Today we're taking our first look at the Illinois. This is a brand new Tier 9 American battleship. And the gimmick here, if you didn't know already, is the guns. We actually have quad turrets here. So that's pretty ridiculous, but they're 203mm guns. So we essentially have a bunch of Des Moines, Buffalo, Annapolis type guns on this battleship, which is a very, very interesting concept. So the big deal here is going to be the DPM, which is actually much better than Buffalo, surprisingly. So for reference, the Buffalo has 183,000 HE DPM. The Illinois gets 224,000, and this is base DPM on these ships. For reference though, Des Moines is 275,000 HE DPM. So we're somewhere in the middle. But considering the Buffalo is the Tier 9 cruiser with these kind of guns, and we just have more DPM than that, it's a kind of interesting thing to have. Our DPM is even higher than the Yodo, which is not really saying all that much, but Yodo is just not a great ship. I had to put that in there. The DPM is pretty nasty, but the balancing factor, I'm guessing, is going to be dispersion. I'm pretty sure this ship is on the battleship dispersion table, not cruiser. So we're probably going to be missing a lot of our salvos. I haven't played a game yet, so we'll see together when we get into battle. Notice our range is pretty extreme as well for cruiser guns, 21.4 kilometers. I'm not sure if I'll actually be able to use all of that range, but that really comes down to the build that you decide to take on the Illinois. Before I look at that though, I want to point out one extremely worrying thing to me, and that's the armor. The armor is pretty much normal Iowa armor, except the Citadel. Yep, the waterline is right up here, and our Citadel is one deck below. For reference, there's a Missouri. There's a Missouri Citadel right there. So, yeah, good luck Citadeling the Illinois pretty much ever. That's going to be very, very, very difficult thing to do. So you're pretty immune when you're flat broadside, which is kind of a weird thing to say when it comes to an Iowa class battleship. I still remember the early days of this video game where the Citadel was halfway up the belt armor here. And it was very, very easy to Citadel. No longer. We're in a very different gameplay period. The build I'm running here, I'm not sure if I should really be continuing with this build. This is just kind of what I set up. The AA was decent. I'm assuming also based on being a bit of a test ship and lower tier. We can face up to super ships here. Tier 9 is a bit of a rough point at this point in time. I'm going to try out some of these AA upgrades. The secondaries really aren't worth speccing into. They are standard normal battleship dispersion secondaries, so pretty poor. And I'm not really thinking we're going to get that close to people, realistically, to make them all that useful. So I'm going to take fire prevention instead. Concealment, you can see, gets down to 12.8, which isn't too bad. We're relatively quick as well, which is pretty nice. I could see running builds with Demolition Expert as well, trying to up the fire chance, which is already pretty good, 16% here. It really depends how many shell hits we're going to get. The AP, of course, is the Des Moines level AP, so you get that 5,000 base damage and improved pen angles, which is really going to be useful. Since at these ranges, the shells will likely be doing a lot of plunging fire, so we might actually get some really nasty AP damage into people at really long ranges. I'm not sure about that necessarily, but that all comes down to dispersion. The HE is also going to be pretty good. I'm a little bit worried though, considering I'm taking a reload mod here. We might have to switch it over to accuracy. We'll see how the first game ends up going. But this is the build that I've kind of started with here. Our base range is somewhere around 18.5 kilometers, somewhere in there. But I'm taking this artillery plotting room mod 1, since there's really not any other better upgrades here. Secondaries, like I said, probably not worth it. And I'd rather get the extra range to allow me to be a little bit more useful in some of these a little bit more passive games at higher tier. So let's see what the Illinois is capable of. I've been pretty excited for this one, so I hope it goes well. So first game here in the Illinois, and the first thing I notice is the turret angles actually look pretty decent from behind. At least we'll see how we do when kiting, but our shell velocity... We're 18 seconds to 20 kilometers. So That's going to be a little bit difficult to lead. But our reload is pretty nasty. Keep in mind we have 12 guns. So we might actually be able to do some good stuff. The dispersion, though, it might be good enough to reach and do good damage to battleships. Especially against an Alsace, which has 32 everywhere, which we do pen. Not sure if he's slowing down or not. It's so weird to have, like, fast reloading guns on a battleship. I don't know what to do. Hopefully we can get ourselves some fires here. 6 pens for 2,000 damage. Is the HE just low damage or something? Okay, there we go. Getting ourselves some fires. This is so weird, I gotta say.
Enemy cruiser sighted. Enemy destroyer sighted.
We certainly do want to be using our armor piercing as well. But we're going to try and focus on these battleships first. Fires are just so strong against a lot of them that we want to be trying to burn them down if we can.
Torpedoes to starboard.
I think I'm going to angle myself like this and then get ourselves ready to farm out this poor Hanover. Although we do have to be careful. Cross shots coming in or something. Or maybe that was Marceau. We can't really stand up to super ships all that well, though. So I don't really want to be the primary focus on this flank. I'm surprised. Well, maybe we're doing okay for fires. I would have thought with 16 or 17% we'd be doing a little better.
Enemy destroyer detected.
They do have full control over the cap. Yeah, so the shell velocity here and the dispersion is not amazing. So it might be something to consider that even with the increased DPM we get here, it might not be as worth it if you're not hitting as many shells on target. But we're getting fires now. Maybe my aim is just poor here. We'll take our first heal here. Notice our health pool is actually a little bit lower, 68,000 HP. Compared to an Iowa, which would have, what, 72? Something like that? Getting lots of shatters here. This really comes down to Hanover having a lot of armor. And us not hitting the right spots on the ship. You have to lead so far. Yeah, I don't know. Range mod might not be the play. Although, I mean, what else would I take at this in that spot? Look, we're getting over that island. Oh my goodness, the shell velocity. That's so funny. Can we get over this too? Well, of course we can. What a menace over really steep islands. I guess that's to be expected. It's like Des Moines guns, but usually you don't have this kind of range to mess around with the firing arcs. Can we get over this too? Oh, of course. Easily get over this. Oh my goodness. What is this ship? It's so weird. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm playing like a cruiser right now, just farming, obviously. 63, that's okay for the first few minutes of the battle here. Gotta work on my lead and my aim, though. I'm so tempted to not give up the DPM, guys. I gotta be honest. DPM is just so nice when you have this kind of HE. And I'm assuming at close range our armor piercing is just gonna roll through people.
Our team has taken the lead.
Okay. Oh, that was a good salvo. So when we do hit a lot of shells, yeah, we're doing a lot of damage. too close for us now. Not quite. 105k. To be fair, we are farming a Hanover. And Hanover, of course, with tons of HP, means that fire damage ticks for a lot.
Our team has taken the lead.
Push out here, trying to finish this guy off. Our team is handily winning the other side, so I don't feel too bad about farming like this. $120. Is this just like a tanky cruiser to farm people with? Oh my goodness. Yeah, as they get closer, you just guaranteed land so many shells. It's ridiculous. All right, this is pretty clearly pretty solid when it comes to HE damage. So I'll have to use some armor piercing on some people, maybe the Republic. All right, here comes some overmatch. That's probably gonna hurt us. Yeah, not too bad, honestly. And that's the thing, is a normal battleship has a long reload now, where here we're just gonna kill them. Oh, another fire. It's so ridiculous. Okay. Maybe we want to see super ships in this thing? Is this a tier 9 that actually wants to see a super ship? Oh my goodness, I don't actually know. But what I think I'll do is come through here and see if we can't murder this Republic real quick. If I use the armor piercing, may as well. I've kind of been neglecting it, haven't I? Even though he's angled, let's see what we can do. Actually, that's not too angled. We're fine. I think dispersion might be a problem with the AP. Yeah, still 4K. Honestly, that's not bad. Yeah, the Hanover. Yeah, we do have that. We do have that reload on this thing. Poor guy. But I guess keep in mind, Hanover is one of the biggest ships in the game, and so the dispersion penalty. Okay, we need to waylead Kusmar more. The dispersion isn't going to be as big of a deal when it comes to hitting a Hanover. Oh my goodness, the shell velocity. Yeah, you're gonna have a tough time hitting these fast DDs. To be fair though, we do have a pretty good reload compared to a battleship. 168, huh? Dang. Turning in by the looks of it. Yeah, I think secondaries are probably just useless, because why would you need secondaries to kill things at close range when you just have ridiculous cruiser guns on a massive tanky battleship platform? Yeah, our base XP won't be that amazing because we spend all our time farming this guy. Oh, that poor Hanover. So I think I'll play one more game, and this time I'm actually going to use the accuracy upgrade. We'll see how much of a difference it actually makes. I think, though, the DPM is just so nice to have that more than likely I'll end up using DPM. Alrighty, game number 2, and we got some seriously blessed matchmaker here. We're very, very much top tier, and no carrier. There's a sub that we'll have to deal with, but with accuracy upgrade, we're hoping to do more damage through just hitting more shells. That's what it comes down to. Push in pretty aggressively here, trying to deal with this Richelieu here. A lot of people here. Fair enough. That's what we want to get into. We want to get into the thick of it. Accuracy certainly looks a lot better. Take an early heal here. All right, just like that, we've made it to a ridiculously powerful position. And I've tried to get to this spot in cruisers, and it can be very, very, very sketchy. Where here we just kind of make it. I guess. Which is kind of insane. And now we just have a bit of a DPM fight here. A little bit over-angled, but it's all right. I don't know if I can pen him that one, actually. So maybe we'll just go with some simple HE here. Unfortunately, I can't get the free spots here. Kind of hoping for that. Okay, he wants to leave? Sure. We have Des Moines AP. No Citadels? What? I feel only slightly robbed? I feel very robbed, actually. Citadels don't exist. Now, does this guy just come for the ram? That would suck. Let's go with some HE. No, he's grounding. Sure. We can accept that. Some free damage here. Make sure we hit up into that superstructure. Oh, I missed. Surprised they're so aggressive here. Typically when I come to a position like this, I don't get people pushing back. It's fun. 54,000 damage already. That's pretty good. Oh, too low. Hopefully the Minnesota doesn't have a shot. Wait, is he just gonna ram? That would be sad. Team? Okay, we live. Barely. Ramming's kind of lame, but hey, we lived through it. Apparently. Alright, we'll heal that up. I guess that's why... I don't know if I even have a ram flag, but...
Torpedoes, direct front.
Reversing, I think, saved me there.
Problem solved, sir.
More than likely. And yeah, let's start farming over here. Our shell velocity definitely allows us to get away with this stuff. Oh, I should have mentioned that we do actually have some pretty... well, we have the good anti-submarine warfare stuff, right? Our shells just landed. The velocity. Oh, the shell velocity. Wait, does that mean I can lob over this island to get this Minnesota here? Hold on a second. I'm so close to it, too. Back turret? Okay, we'll get spotted by those guys. That's fine. I can't. Look at how close we are. Oh my goodness, this ship is going to be hilarious to play. Yeah, definitely noticing the longer reload though right now, personally. It's fine, but I'm definitely noticing it. But I think we're hitting more shells. That was a pretty good, pretty nasty hit. Oh, he got his damage control up. I don't know, guys. Dispersion or DPM, they both seem good. I think if you're pushing hard and you're getting into like really close engagements. Okay, there we go. Now he's dead. brawls and that kind of stuff, I think you're probably gonna want the reload, honestly.
Our team has taken the lead.
You think the Prevention is still here? I can't believe we didn't Citadel him, actually. Considering we have Des Moines AP? Seems a little ridiculous. Doesn't look like he's still here. It's fine. I should mention our turret traverse. Yeah, he's left. Our turret traverse isn't the most amazing thing in the world. I even have don't even have reload on right now, which does make our turret traverse worst. So something to keep in mind. Let's look at our rear turret angles actually on this one. Okay, we hit all three there. That's the thing, when using HE, you don't actually need to be as accurate. So for us to, you know, be cruiser guns, oh my goodness, there we go.
Our victory is in sight.
Submarines getting that big hit in. We don't actually need to use like that much accuracy to do a lot of damage. Our rear turret angles aren't too bad. And more importantly, they're both the same. We don't have any like funky, weird things going on where one turret has better arcs than the other. Just really annoying stuff like that. Don't have to deal with it. Got a pen, not bad. Yeah, I notice the shell velocity a lot though. But hey, we have the DPM to miss, right? We can afford to miss every once in a while. I actually got a fire. Does that get him spotted again? Hitting a cruiser like this is just a nightmare. Keep in mind, it literally is 18 seconds to 21 kilometers. Even here. Oh my goodness. All right, we're good. Plenty of battleships actually left here. Try and help finish this guy off. Should remember they do have a sub around. Gotta be a little careful of that. Alright, on to these battleships. If you're wondering why I'm not using my heal, it's because it's my last one. Actually hit him? Thick. It's my last one, so I don't really feel the need to use it until I'm under pressure of dying. And I want to make use of the extra DPM we're getting from Adrenaline Rush. Oh, at these ranges, I can tell. I can tell the accuracy is better. I can just tell. Oh, I might have to use accuracy. Although my aim is apparently pretty bad right now. All right, one hit there. Just not leading enough. That's really what it comes down to. Literally even says 10-second travel time, and I'm not even leading that much. All right, good. Somebody got him. Colorados are nice and slow, so maybe that's a little easier to hit.
Enemy submarine spotted.
This thing's gonna be a beast, guys. I think it's gonna be a beast. Just having the consistency of like a cruiser reload, kind of silly. I will say maybe it's worth not speccing into range. That way you're more incentivized to push up and actually get into the fight. At closer ranges, it's just gonna be so much better. May as well use some AP here. Although 8 hits, 6,000 damage and a fire. Woo. Nasty. 5,000. Okay. Yeah, we're seeing the benefits of accuracy here. Just a little bit. 5k from the AP, not bad. And you're going to want that accuracy when you're using AP, certainly. 4k there. The DPM, man. It's filthy.
Enemy submarine spotted.
Do we get him? No, we don't. So no chance at a Kraken. 147 though in this one. This was like really blessed matchmaker though, keep in mind. But we did all right in the super ship game, mostly because we hid like a coward and ran it and spammed HE at the Hanover, who gave us an absolute ton of damage from fires. Okay, 148. Turns out if you give a cruiser the tankiness of a battleship, it's pretty good. And if you give a battleship the consistency of a cruiser, it's pretty good. Looks like our Argnova had a good game too. Yeah. This is a ship in World of Warships now. So before I go, I should mention that the Illinois will be available for research points. So that's the one where you're going to have to regrind through lines that you've already got to tier 10. Not sure how much it's going to be for. Probably won't be cheap though, if I had to guess. Tier 9, it's pretty powerful. Very unique too. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'm probably going to be getting this thing as soon as I can, hopefully. Because, yeah, it's just a ridiculous combo, I gotta say. Just crazy. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.